Eu sou um nômade, fiel como os pássaros migratórios. Meu nome é Flávio Ricardo Vassoler, eu sou escritor, professor e youtuber. Bem-vindas e bem-vindos a mais uma aterrissagem, a mais uma viagem de Vassoler. Nós continuamos aqui em Eger, essa linda cidade no coração nordeste da Hungria. E damos início agora ao quarto e último vídeo das Viagens de Vassoler aqui em Eger. Como eu havia prometido no vídeo anterior aqui das Viagens de Vassoler, nós chegamos agora a esse museu retrô da época do socialismo aqui na Hungria, aqui em Eger. Vou mostrar algumas coisas para vocês. A primeira coisa que desponta, ó, muito claramente, olhem só, é esse carro aqui, ó, esse Lada da polícia, olha só. Hendorsek, aí, bom, não faço a mínima ideia de qual a significação em húngaro, mas a gente deduz, claro, C da polícia, ó. Olha o que nós temos aqui, ó. A gente tem um cap, olha aí, o cap da polícia, esse banco de couro todo avariado para vocês aqui. Nós temos um uniforme, ó. Olha aí, gente, para vocês, o uniforme da polícia, tá? Tá aqui para vocês, ó. Deixa eu ver se, ó, dá para abrir, ó. Você consegue abrir, ó. Tem aqui o rádio contato da polícia, ó. Olha só, gente. Primeiros socorros, tudo certinho aqui. O carro da polícia para vocês nas Viagens de Vassoler, ó. Tá aí, eu tô tirando as fotos para vocês aqui, tá? Esse carro da polícia que tá aqui, esse estilo Lado, ó. Creio eu que funciona. O pneu tá mais careca que o Lenin. Vocês estão vendo aqui, ó. O pneu tá carecaço. Tá carecaço. Olha aí, gente, para vocês nas Viagens de Vassoler, ó, que eu mostro aqui a vocês, olhem só. A gente tá mostrando aqui, ó. E nós temos aqui logo a entrada. O rapaz saiu para almoçar, já volta aí, ó. Logo a entrada, o que a gente tem? Ó, um agente do regime vestido a caráter, ó. Olha aí, gente, ó. O seu uniforme policial, o coldre para arma e tudo mais. E a gente tem o Museu Retro, ó, coquetel Molotov, os camponeses. Olha aí, gente, refrigerante. Aqui um prisioneiro político sendo levado, ó. Olha que coisa, ó. Aqui vocês têm jovens pioneiros. Como é que você sabe que são pioneiros, Vassoler? Da organização da juventude, dos escoteiros socialistas, por causa do lenço ao redor do pescoço. E eles também eram responsáveis pela delação de inimigos políticos do regime. Olha aí, gente. Aqui vocês têm até um pioneiro aqui, ó, organizando o trânsito. Olha só. Para vocês aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler. Então a gente tem, ó, a safra, os pioneiros, organização do trânsito. Tá aí, gente. Esse é o Museu Retrô aqui no coração de Eger, ó, com o carro da polícia, esse painel aqui, ó, do museu. E nós, na sequência, já entraremos aqui no Museu Retrô para darmos início a esse périplo. Fizemos museus socialistas em Riga, na Lituânia, em Riga, na Letônia. Eu me lembro que em Vilnius, na Lituânia, na Polônia houve, na Eslováquia, na República Tcheca, vários na Alemanha e agora aqui na Hungria eu vou mostrar para vocês. Tá aí então o Museu Retrô. Vamos entrar já já nesse antigo mundo do socialismo nas Viagens de Vassoler. Vamos ver o tamanho do museu, se ele tem boas exposições. O maior museu, o mais completo em que nós já estivemos aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler foi em Pirna, né, na Alemanha. Era um museu com 2, 3 andares. Agora acho que eram 2 ou 3 andares com vários itens de exposição para vocês. Tá aí então, gente, com o carro estacionado e os marcos aqui da exposição socialista. Viagens de Vassoler aqui em Eger, no Museu Retrô. Já começaremos. Olha aqui, gente, uma placa do metrô, ó. E o que nós temos? Itens do socialismo e para além do socialismo, ó. O computador, talvez o 286, fitas cassete, tem o Game Boy. Olha o tipo de telefone, ó. É o Museu Retrô aqui em Eger, com várias lembranças aqui, várias memórias de um passado que não faz parte mais da vivência cotidiana ainda hoje. Então estou esperando a abertura aqui, gente. Vamos dar uma... Enquanto o rapaz não volta do almoço, que o rapaz fechou o museu para buscar comida, né? Já já ele está de volta, ó. Aqui colocaram um obelisco nas imediações desse Museu Retro. Para vocês aqui, deixa eu ver esse obelisco aqui, será que é da Segunda Guerra? Vamos ver. Não, 1932 é do Entre Guerras aí, né? Tô tentando discernir se é algum aniversário pátrio da Hungria, ó. Olha aí, gente. Temos um belo edifício para cá, na nossa querida Eger. Meu último dia aqui em Eger. Amanhã de manhã eu tomo um trem e depois um ônibus para Debrecen, que será a última cidade das Viagens de Vassoler aqui na Hungria. Amanhã é dia 11, né? Amanhã vai fazer um mês que eu cheguei à Hungria. Dá para acreditar, gente? Passou rápido, né? Passou muito rápido aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler. Então é isso. Vou esperar aqui a abertura do museu. Na próxima tomada já estaremos dentro do Museu Retro aqui em Eger, na Hungria. Continuemos, pessoal. Pessoal, entramos aqui no túnel do tempo. So here from now I'm going to speak Portuguese.
No worries, I'm here with you.
Perhaps you are Romanian, you can understand some Portuguese I speak.
I wish back a car.
O rapaz aqui do museu é romeno, tá? Eu tava conversando com ele e ele tava contando várias informações aqui sobre essa época do socialismo. Bom, a gente tá num túnel do tempo. Esse aqui é o começo do museu, a gente vai singrar o museu, ó. E vocês, quem jogou muita amarelinha? Gente, eu joguei muita amarelinha quando eu era criança. E pra quem não sabe, ó, você joga uma pedrinha, vamos supor que você joga a pedrinha e vai no 3. Aí você tem que ir pulando as casas com uma perna só, você vai pulando com uma perna só, fazendo assim o pulo, pra você chegar, só que eles não têm o céu ali, ó. E você tem que ir conduzindo. Aí é o seguinte, nós vamos começar por aqui, ó. E o rapaz estava dizendo que essas motos aqui do tempo do socialismo, que eu vou tirando foto, fazendo vídeo e vou tirando foto, que essas motos aqui, gente, ainda funcionam. Tava dizendo, né? Hoje tem obsolescência programada nos produtos e daqui a pouco, 1 ano, 2 anos, você tem que comprar algo de novo. Aqui não, ó. Essas motos aqui, ó. So, how old are they?
That depends, but these are like 50, 40, 50. Depends which one. But these are from the 70s.
From the 70s. Então aqui, ó, tá dizendo que essas motos são dos anos 70, ó. All of them are Soviets. Or no, Hungarians.
East German, Hungarian, but yeah, from the Soviet bloc. Definitely.
Ok, então ele tá dizendo que essas...
These cycles, what we mainly have here, what, let's say, Zoli's childhood remembers. You understand what was his childhood mainly.
Okay.
These are specific in Hungary. Like most of the old folks you're gonna ask, they probably had one of these bikes when they were growing up or...
Ok, então ele está dizendo, aqui essas motos todas podem ser da Hungria, tá? Mas com certeza elas são motos do bloco socialista, tá? E aí vocês têm essa Simpson, tem algumas que são alemãs, eu acho que essa aqui é alemã, ó, OMZ, bonitas as motos, olha aí, gente. Mobilete também, ó, tem mobilete aqui. E ó, eu vou mostrar para vocês aqui o seguinte, ó. Como vocês viram comigo em vários museus aqui da Europa do Leste, essa é a roupa dos pioneiros, tá? A roupa dos homens, ó, com o short, e a roupa das meninas com a saia. E aqui, o que acontece? Na União Soviética, eu já fui para o Museu Soviético em Kazan, na República do Tartaristão. Eu estava até falando para ele aqui. Lá na União Soviética, eles faziam o símbolo Всегда готов. Sempre a posse, e colocavam a mão aqui na testa. Na Alemanha Oriental era immer bereit, seid bereit, estejam a postos, immer bereit, que a gente está sempre a postos. E essa organização dos escoteiros, que nós vimos em museus ali em Eisenhüttenstadt, por exemplo, na Alemanha Oriental, ela trazia os valores socialistas, camaradagem, ajuda aos idosos, estudo, ética do trabalho. Então tá aqui para vocês, ó, eu vou mostrando aqui para vocês, ó, nessa filmagem, aqui, os pioneiros, vocês estão vendo? Tá aí com as cores da bandeira húngara. E aqui a gente vai passando em revista, ó. Esse museu é sensacional. E a gente vai passando em revista aqui, ó. Tem a Vespinha. Inclusive, outro dia eu vi... Essa aqui é da... So, this is from Germany, right?
Yes, the
I
brand.
remember I saw just a series last week. And the guy was riding a motorbike like
Schwarbli
this.
it's called. It's very famous. It's
What's the name of this?
Schwarbli.
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 Ah, aqui, ó. Ok, Schwarbli. Essa aqui é da Alemanha Oriental, um modelo bem famoso, ó.
This one Hungarian.
Ah, this is Hungarian.
Yeah,
What's its name?
Panni. It's a girl's name, obviously.
Ah, okay. Let me get it. Hungary. Are you a Hungarian Romanian or no? Are you Romanian?
No, I'm Hungarian Romanian.
Oh, Hungarian. Do you speak? So you speak both languages?
No,
Romanian and Hungarian.
No, I was very young when we moved, so I don't really speak Romanian.
Ah,
Just
okay.
a little bit.
Can you understand some?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
I'm always denying, I'm just
So
listening.
if you listen to a Ceausescu's speech,
of course,
you can
of
understand
course.
it.
The leader always.
Romania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piacere.
Ah, okay. So this is what's its name?
Ponni.
Ponni.
Obviously, it's coming from the name Pannonia. That's the Hungarian motorcycle.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Pannonia is Hungary.
Ah,
You never heard about the
Magyar.
Yes.
No, but
that's
what's
the
the
Great
difference?
Hungary.
Before the Trianon Treaty.
Yes.
Before the Trianon Treaty.
Chapel is the factory producing them.
Chapel.
Chapel was like our fort.
So Panini.
No,
Ponni.
Ponni.
So-
it's coming from the name Pannonia.
What's your
Pannonia
name?
is Hungary.
What's your name?
Mark.
So this is Flavio. Nice to meet you. That's the point. I will have. Can you understand some Portuguese when I speak?
I'm afraid
because
not,
you don't
but-
speak Romanian.
No,
So
no.
I'm going to speak in English so you can understand as well.
It's okay. You can do
So
your thing.
I'm going to speak English now, so Mark can understand us, and then I change to Portuguese to talk to us to you directly. So he's saying that Pannonia,
Yes.
it's the Great Hungary. Before World War I, there was the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and Hungary was much bigger
Yes,
than it became in the end of the war. So Hungary was penalized in the end of World War I.
Oh, yeah.
As it was
We had the
considered.
worst punishment, I'd say.
Well,
right?
yeah. Hungary lost lots of territories.
Two-thirds of the whole.
Two-thirds.
Two-thirds.
Slovakia,
Well-
to Ukraine,
Well,
to let's say to Romania. You lost a lot of territory.
Slovenia, Austria, Croatia. Every country had a little bit from Hungary.
From Hungary.
But it's a complicated subject, obviously.
And many
Because-
nationalists in Hungary, they want the return of the Great Hungary.
Oh yeah. No, of course some, but I'd say those folks are out of their mind. We never
Okay.
gonna have that. That's obvious.
What about Orban? Did he talk about the return of the Great Hungary?
But you see, they love to talk about that. Obviously, that's a great subject now. It's always gonna be. I'd say it's a trauma. What the country is never gonna be through, but we accepted it like so.
What country surrounding Hungary is the biggest rival, you would say, of Hungary? Romania.
It was Romania. Always
Okay.
because of the big landmass what they took in the war.
Transylvania.
Yes,
Transylvania.
Transylvania is like one of the most important part for Hungarians and stuff. We can say that, but you see, the most important bit is that we always forget. You leave it out from the history books that Hungarians were doing let's say, mad things at the First World War, right?
Okay.
So basically, we didn't give voting rights to minorities.
Of course,
that was a
of
huge
course.
mistake. We probably would be as big as the Great Hungary still today if the nationalists wouldn't go too far with.
No, but you've got a lot of, let's say, problems with minorities because you have
many.
Croatians,
Yeah, of course.
Romanians, Jews, gypsies,
Yes,
many
but
minorities.
See, the national government back then, because of the Austrians, because we were on a heavy rivalry with the Austrians, I'd say, we didn't want to give anyone voting rights, and we didn't let the minorities teaching their kids on their own languages. It was pretty harsh.
But
and it was probably
let
a
me
mistake.
ask you: your grandfather or great grandfather would speak German on the streets,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It was the official language
I'm a
of
Schwab,
the...
so my Romanian ancestry is coming from, they are Germans, the Schwabs there.
Okay,
Yeah? So
okay.
were,
He's from what we say in Portuguese, Suabia.
Yes,
From Schwab,
yes.
Suabia. So you speak German?
No, unfortunately. Do ich verstehe?
Sie können ein bisschen Deutsch verstehen.
Ja,
Okay,
nur ein bisschen.
so he can understand a little bit of German. So you see,
Never learned.
no, but his background is completely international, and it represents the lots of nationalities, the melting pot of this region.
That's true. That's true.
Lots of
That's
nationalities.
True. You don't even know my dad has plenty of gypsy, probably.
Wow, very nice.
But he's
What
Hungarian
so your
and
city
89
your city was Arad
Well, it's called Pechka.
Pechka.
That's my father's hometown. Yeah?
in Romania.
Yes,
in
yes,
Romania.
that's correct. And
What about your mother?
my mom is from Cluj-Napoca.
I'm going to what's the name? Cluj-Napoca.
Cluj-Napoca.
I'm going
Cluj-Napoca
to. This is that's the capital of Transylvania. I'm going to the city. I'm going.
Such a beautiful city.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Nice to know. Nice to
Very
know.
amazing architecture. It's
Wow.
similar to the classic Budapest Gothic
Wow,
architecture.
very
It's
beautiful.
amazing.
Very beautiful.
Neo-Romance. Oh, what was it called? I don't know what's that style.
So it's very nice that we can talk into Mark. We can understand how complex, because for example in our country we have many ethnicities, but everybody when a person is asked, are you Brazilian? Are you, for example, what country are you from? Everybody's going to say, I'm Brazilian. Here in Hungary, you may say you are Hungarian,
Yeah.
but you may say like, oh, I'm a Romanian Hungarian. I'm a gypsy Hungarian.
If anybody's asking, but obviously not really. I mean, Hungary is like.
But are there
homogenic
regions?
country.
Are there, let's say, are there regions in Hungary that would like to separate themselves from Hungary?
No, not at this point.
Not
No.
at this point.
Look, First World War, everybody got what they want. I'd
Of
say.
course, that's it. That's it.
As I said,
Croatians,
two-thirds of the country,
Romanian.
so
Jesus
no one
Christ.
can complain. I think Hungarians can complain.
How many? So you lost two-thirds
Two-thirds.
of the territory. How many population did Hungary lose
Imagine,
after
I mean,
World War
we still
I?
have
So you still
minorities.
have 10 million. You still have 10 million people.
10 million is after.
Yeah, of course. Now you have 10 million.
was first.
How many people did
I don't know
you
why
did you
it was-
lose?
I think it was, as I said, two-thirds, so you can accord to that, like literally.
There could be
2/3 of
30
people as
million.
well.
Let's say if
Yes,
we
it was 30 million and now we became 10 million, 9
Jesus
million. But you
Christ.
see, I have loads of minorities in these countries, as we say, and now we have European Union. I think peace been made.
How many-
You see, Europe had a really long journey
Of
to get
course,
there.
of course.
That now we can, like,
Well, let me ask
sit down
you-
at the table with Romanians, and you see, everybody's respecting the minority rights.
But let me
now.
ask you a
So-
question. Have these Hungarian Romanians ever asked Hungary to conquer the territories back again?
Sorry again.
Have these Hungarian Romanians
Yes, yeah.
ever asked
Okay.
Hungarian government, please come here
Yes.
and get this territory back to Hungary?
Yes, of course there are, but these are obviously very nationalistic
Mindsets,
I'd
point of
say
view.
far right mindset.
Of course,
people
of
with-
course.
But now we had issues that we had. This Simeon guy always became actually the prime minister, I think, for Romania, and they were stomping on Hungarian graves. So it was so many stories like that.
There
Yeah,
in
like-
Transylvania, can
Yeah.
this can
But these
people,
are small people, like.
but let me ask you another
people
question.
actually love each other.
In
like-
Transylvania, can children study at the same school
Yes.
Romanian language and Hungarian language?
Yes, now they can. And that's what I'm saying. That's the important thing, that we respect our minorities. Hungarian minorities are respected here. As I grew up, well, I was younger, obviously it was a bit, when it's you Romanian, like I had schoolmates, parents telling their kids not to play with me because I'm Romanian. So,
Jesus
of course.
Christ.
But that was, I think, long time ago. Now it isn't like that anymore. Or people trying to.
This is very sad. This is very
Of
unfortunate.
course, but
Yeah.
imagine how many wars, how many people
of
don't
course.
understand that over
I've
here.
been to the Balkans. I've been to the Balkans.
It's a
It
bit
would
more
be
sensitive. I mean, that's the funny thing about, for example, Nazi Germany and the Soviet times. You see, many older people say the Soviets were the worst. Like,
I've
and
heard
they,
that.
And
I've
they
heard.
say that the Germans, they bring bread and stuff. We don't
Christ.
understand
Jesus Christ.
that the Germans weren't thinking about us as Untermenschen.
Of course.
Right?
So,
they were,
subhumans. Untermensch, subhumans,
yes.
he's saying.
But basically after the communists came, they look at us like that and they were raping, they were doing horrible things with the general population, and these scars are still here. Like from every side. Yeah, like, you know, the Nazis came, they were obviously like
the invaders,
the biggest Jewish population from, I'd say, the Hungarians suffered the most of the Second World War as well.
So he's talking about the context of the World War II, when the Nazis, the fascists, the Nazis, they came here, invaded the country, destroyed the country, colonized the country. Actually, Hungary had a regime that would obey Adolf Hitler.
Well, they didn't occupy us.
Yes,
we let them in with open arms.
Only in the end of the war, the Nazis occupied Hungary because the regime had changed, and then the Nazis came. But then the Soviets, in the end of the war, the Red Army came here, passed here as well, and then there were lots of crimes and rapes, as he said, and then there was socialist Hungary after World War II, as we've been talking on the videos. So it's very interesting. Let's keep on moving. This is the year. This is 1953, the year Stalin died. The year Stalin died. This is very interesting. So have a look. This is a beautiful motorcycle. Which one had you seen before in your family? Which one had you seen before from this? Simpson.
Mostly those, because these are a bit older. These are from the 50s.
Okay.
So obviously, as a kid, I had seen all this, but this one I had one of these.
You had one.
Of course.
How much? Let's put in current money.
Back in the day or now?
No. Let's see now. If you had to pay, let's see.
6,000 euros.
No, okay. This would be the current 6,000 euros.
No, this is like 350. That's like 6,000 the euro.
So 3,000 euros now. So people, I'm going to say this in Portuguese. Ele está dizendo que essa moto aqui, Simpson, 3.000 euros. Isso seria 18.000 reais in our Brazilian.
Like 20 years ago, people were throwing it out like they were so cheap.
Jesus Christ!
And now, because there's so many gone, prices are just going up. Like
Offer and demand, of course. Yes. Então essa aqui, gente, é uma mais nova, tá? So these ones are the old ones. Yes. These ones here. Yes. So you can see this from the 50s. This one from Hungary, very nice.
Actually, all of them here being produced.
From Hungary, all of them.
This one, Berfa, was even produced in Eger.
So in Eger, from the city.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Had a little factory here, the Berfa factory, and they were producing these over there.
This is very nice. This one is very beautiful. I think this one is beautiful. Olha só,
that
gente.
never really looked like that, I'll be honest with you. We made it.
Okay. You have repaired the motorbike.
And many people used it.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the propaganda. Have a look. And people, they're talking about Balaton Lake. This is beautiful. Budapest. Kellenford, this station.
It means how good with the prices, how you can get that money back, how quickly you can get
and then you also have the bikes here. Have a look. These are good ones. This is for competition. This could be for competition. Yes. Have a look. Pessoal, olha a propaganda aqui, que a gente está falando aqui um vídeo. Ok, thank you very much. Então aqui, gente, ele está mostrando as bicicletas, tá? E a gente tem vários vídeos aqui. Olha o sofazinho, gente. Olha o Museu Retro aqui, gente. Olha aqui para vocês, de volta para o passado, de volta para o futuro, até aqui aqui, Vissa a Multba. Olha aí o Fidel Castro aqui aparecendo para nós no Museu Retro, sensacional, tá? E aí vocês têm o De Volta para o Futuro aqui, o filme americano. Tá aqui, aí nós temos, vários joguinhos que a gente vai discernindo. Nossa, gente, eu me lembro. Esse aqui era de um desenho. De qual desenho que era? Será que era do Thundercats? Agora eu tô tentando me lembrar. Gente, olha a propaganda aqui da molecada, Pessoal, esse museu aqui, como vários que a gente tem visto, retrôs, ele é de ouro. Ó a pantera. Param, param, pam, pam. Param, param, pam, pam. Param, 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 param. So the red, a pantera cor-de-rosa aqui, ó. E aqui, ó. Olha o que a gente tem aqui. Uma mesinha de sinuca. Olha aí, gente. Sinuca. Vários cantores. Olha aqui, ó. Vários cantores dos anos 80 aqui, ó. E um museuzinho, um autorama aqui de Eger. Olha aí que interessante, gente. Meu, esse museu é sensacional. Sensacional. Gente, olhem aqui, ó. As poltroninhas, ó, de cinema, de busão, os joguinhos, ó. Tem aqui, ó. Nós estamos voltando ao passado aqui, ó. Gostei muito dessa propaganda aqui, ó. De bicicleta. Olhem aqui, ó. Museu Retro de Eger. Quando vierem pra cá, venham conversar com o Marco, que é muito simpático. E aqui, gente, aqui é o famoso pinball. Essa máquina de pinball. Quem nunca jogou? Quem não jogou pinball, não teve... Ó, você põe a bolinha aqui, ó. Depois eu vou jogar, ó. Você puxa aqui, ó. Eu vou jogar esse pinball aqui, gente. É sensacional. Sensacional. Vamos lá, ó. Mostrando aqui pra vocês, além da amarelinha, ó. O que nós temos? Nós temos a moça tomando aqui o seu... Só na tranquilidade, tomou uns Beer Nights. Ela tá tomando uns Beer Days e uns Beer Nights. Olha aí, ó. Com essa... num café aqui em Eger, ó, olha que beleza, ó. Tá ali numa boa, tá num café. Mais uma moto Simpson aqui. This one would be more expensive.
That's like
6,000 euros. Ó, então essa aqui mais cara, ó.
Enduro. It's called Enduro.
Enduro. Okay, from the races, from the competition. Oh, so they would get water for the dogs.
It's still now for the dogs.
Not for the dogs, for everybody.
Everybody in socialist times, everywhere you had these. Even nowadays, but now they taking them off, unfortunately, because people, they say steal water. Back in the days, water was for free.
Of course, of course.
Now they
so
capitalize everything.
Yeah, that's it. They want to privatize everything. That's unfortunate. But is it a clean, pure clean water?
Yes. I mean, in Hungary, you see, we are in a valley.
That's it.
Hungary is famous for good
water.
Quality water.
Oh, very nice.
You
Very
can
nice.
drink from any tap, I think.
Ah, very nice. So here you have this water. So here I can take a picture. And what is this? This is from gymnastics for the school.
Kids. Obviously, this is at the playground here. That's for kids. We built that because kids go a bit crazy. Because they
very
cannot
nice.
touch toys upstairs.
Oh,
Obviously, we
very
are in a museum,
nice,
and
very nice.
Down here, they
Do
can
you
play.
remember Nadia Comaneci?
Nadia Comaneci.
The gymnast from Romania,
No.
the famous one from the Olympic Games. No, you don't remember Nadia Comaneci? Ok, a Nadia Comaneci era aquela ginasta muito famosa da Romênia, que foi inclusive utilizada para o propósito propagandístico do regime. Ó, eu não posso pisar aqui, porque eu tô... Olha só, gente, aqui ó, para vocês, ó, olha aí o ursão, a brincadeira para criançada, para elas brincarem aqui. Tá aí, ó. Agora, vamos subir, né? So we are going upstairs. Oh, no, we are going to the other way. Let's see aqui.
As you wish, really. I mean,
Let's
it's
see.
more comfortable, but say it's...
Wow, this is very nice. This is from the military.
Yeah, but these are pre-current and they aren't that accurate because this is Russian, this is Hungarian.
Okay. So this cap, let me put it here. This cap is Hungarian, as you can see.
But you see, you still have
The star, but then the colors of the Hungarian flag, as you can see.
You know the 56 flag, the Hungarian 1956 flag.
Without
That's
the
what's
star,
missing.
of course,
That's what's missing. That's the symbol.
And then here, what you have is a Hungarian one as well. Hungarian one. So this is from the
But
military.
this is after the Soviet times, so this is
Okay.
pre-current.
Okay.
That
This is
one
new.
there, look at that. That's pretty crazy. That's one is munkásőr. I
Let
don't
me
know
see,
how
but
to
this
say.
is Ukraine.
No. It's Hungarian.
But why? Why? Why would it's
That's what I'm
blue
trying
and
to
yellow?
Explain. It's like these are munkásőr means Securitate. Yeah.
From the secret
But
police.
This wasn't secret police. Sorry, they were workers' police, if I was translate, because it was police and workers' police, right? These were the
okay.
workers' police. These were have tougher, yeah. They had these batons. They
So
were just
they were,
walking the street.
so
give you-
they belonged to the street police. So they're regular police.
Kinda, but they were no, they were more serious. As I said, workers' police. It's called.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay.
I mean, I think in China it's probably still they have something levels to the police
Okay,
like that.
but they would arrest political prisoners then?
Well, back in the day, you know, we had AVH. It was like secret
Okay,
police.
that's it.
You just were suspecting that your neighbor were listening to some Western music. You can call the authorities. That
okay.
neighbor was gone.
Jesus
You never
Christ.
saw them again in
Jesus
your life.
Christ.
So,
So, for example,
course.
let's imagine I'm Mark's neighbor and I like his house. I don't like my house. I call the secret police to say that Mark is talking to Western people. He's trying to conspire to go to Austria.
just listen to a Western song.
So he would be arrested, and perhaps I would take his house. I would go and live in his house as an informant of the secret police.
Yep.
It happened all over in the Soviet Union and in the Eastern European countries from the Iron Curtain.
Come on,
That's
I'll
what
show
we
you
say.
my secret agent. Here.
Let me just get a picture here. This is very nice. What do you have
That's
here?
a fireman, by the way. Yeah, this is a fireman, and this is the not secret police, the workers.
Workers police. This is the picture of Eger, very beautiful city.
That's an awesome
and this is the fireman, bombero. That's it. You have the. Let's go to the other side. Here
What
you.
can be interesting if we are still in the subject. This is a training police officer there, but this one here, this is AVH jacket.
Wow.
See,
let
that's
me-
the KGB dress
Wow,
up. If you
let's-
see someone knocking on your door with this jacket on, that was probably
So this is
last
a-
time they saw you.
Yeah, let me tell you, this is a wet leather jacket.
Leather, of course.
This is a leather jacket and a heavy one, as you can see, because of the harsh winter you have here. So he's saying the secret police, if they, like Solzhenitsyn, Gulag's archipelago, if they knocked on your door, as Mark was saying, you would be arrested, you would be tortured, this would be the end of you. This is very interesting. And then the training system, Jesus Christ, let me get a picture of this. This is,
Don't go too close to that. This one here, okay?
what is this?
Well, they've been in Chernobyl.
You are kidding me.
I'm sure.
What
you
is
heard
this?
about Chernobyl, right?
What is this?
That's what they used when they were cleaning the silos.
Wow!
One of the firemen wearing it.
I'll have to say that in Portuguese. O Mark tá dizendo que isso aqui foi usado, Deus que me perdoe, não vou nem chegar perto. Isso aqui foi usado em Chernobyl para fazer a limpeza radioativa. Pelo amor de Deus. Tá aqui, ó. Tá aqui, gente. Meu, esse museu é uma peça histórica. Aqui vocês têm uma banheira, ó. So, Mark, let me tell you. This is very rare in Brazil for us to have a bathtub. What do we have? Showers connected to the wall. And then the let's say the toilet is in the same bathroom.
Yeah.
In Brazil, in Germany they separate.
Yeah.
Here in
It's
Hungary,
separated.
but here
We
in
do the
Hungary,
same like Germans. It's
okay, it's
really,
separated.
Like, culturally very.
Close to the Germans, of course.
Well, to be honest with you, I lived in England for 10 years and I'm used to. I prefer that.
A separation
No,
or
together.
or together? Yeah, just like Brazil. In Brazil, we have yes.
But this is from the 40s. Okay, this is
Wow.
First World War and between Second World War.
Okay.
And you see that's interesting. That says Weissmanfred Chapel. That's one of the biggest Hungarian companies.
This
yeah.
is Chapel.
So
Chapel.
they produce these motorcycles, but it was like still an individual company like Ford, like Mercedes. Right?
So they would put wood or coal.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
coal here to heat the water.
Yes, that's
So have a
correct.
look. To heat the water,
Yeah.
that's here. So
But
they
that
were-
was a luxury item back in the day.
Okay.
These, you see, Pannonia was produced by Chapel. Chapel became nationalized during Soviet
course,
times,
of course,
and
of course.
they produced all our like fake BMX and
Okay,
all our
okay.
famous motorcycle. It's a shame because it was a great company, Chapel.
it doesn't
could be
exist
like-
anymore. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, since communism ended, this ended as well because
So it
it became
bankrupt.
such a nationalized company, unfortunately. But as I said, as it started, it was like Mercedes, so it couldn't be that.
Okay,
But
very nice.
As you see, that was the worst bit in communism for us, that these companies just got
That
ruined.
disappeared.
Yes.
So here you have a grocery store. Let me show you a grocery store. So you have this Grocery. This is beautiful. This is very nice. What do you have here? What kind of
These are the
products?
classics. These were like the worst kind of cheese what you can get, okay, during the Soviet times.
What
but
kind of cheese is
people
this? What
love
kind?
them.
What?
Love
How
them.
What kind of
No,
cheese
you
is
cannot
this?
even put them in a category. That's how bad quality they were, right?
wow.
I mean, it's like McDonald's cheese, right?
Let me ask you. Do you have cattle in Hungary?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So they would produce
you know,
from
the
cattle's milk.
We have this palpustai cheese that's really famous. We are close to Italy and France, obviously.
Okay.
Culturally, we would have, but during Soviet times that became very nationalized as well. And actually, our Gouda cheese, it's not up to the international standards. But they had a unique taste. They had a unique, I'd say, flavoring.
How many times a week would a family eat this cheese? How many times a week?
As I said, after 1956, Hungary, because of our revolution against the Soviets.
Let me just say, as you can remember, when I was in Budapest, I made a video about the 1956 revolution against the Soviet Union, and then he's going to say that the Soviet Union made lots of concessions to Hungary. Yes. Goulash socialism. You can say.
Yes, that's why, you know, all the big party leaders from the Soviet Union came to Budapest to try Burger King, because we had it already, and all the Western stuff was kind of allowed in. Star Wars came in 79 in Hungary. Of course, we didn't pay for merchandise. We did our own. I'll show you a couple of those later. Those are awesome. Like you can imagine, Soviet-made Star Wars merchandise from the Hungarians. So plenty of stuff like that.
And this is chocolate. This chocolate, was it good?
That's you see, still have them, but now you have Nestle on it. Unfortunately, that Szerencsé was the best chocolate, and this one had such a unique taste.
This is from the socialist time or before socialism?
Bocino Szerencsé, I think it's coming from the 40s.
Before socialism.
Yes.
And this is Africana, the chocolate. This is very nice.
The chocolate was very, very famous though.
Katica.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Katica.
Yes, that's a girl's name actually, and we say Katica Bogár is what is that? Katica. Ladybug with the little dots.
And this is like Alyonka. This is like Alyonka for Soviet Union. The chocolate.
Now we have this one was one of the most.
Very nice. So let me photograph this. Very nice as you know. Então, pessoal, a gente tá aqui, vocês têm iogurte. Gente, isso aqui é uma viagem no tempo. Olha que interessante. O iogurte, o leite. Olha aqui que interessante. Aqui a gente tem, ó, um salão de beleza. Olha só, gente. Esse salão aqui de beleza, ó, com as revistas da época. Olha só. Uma televisão. O que nós temos aqui? Nós temos essa televisão para vocês, ó. Televisão, rádio. Olha aí, os tipos de corte de cabelo. Olha essa moça bonita aqui, a moça, ó. Muito bonita essa moça. Tá aqui pra você, ó, o cabelaço. Essa aqui tá parecendo a Sofia Loren, de tão bonita. Olha só. Essa aqui também, que moça linda, ó. Pra vocês aqui. Nas Viagens de Vassoler, ó. Tá aí, ó. A cabeleireira. Tá aí pra vocês, vamos lá. A gente vai mostrando os produtos, ó. Aqui os Beery Days e os Beery Nights. Tá aí pra vocês, os Beery Days e os Beery Nights. Né, ó. E o que a gente tem? Chiclete, chicletinho. Ó, o café. Deixa eu ver, não vai ter. Tem um pouco de cheiro ainda, ó. Tem um pouco de cheiro desse café.
Well, you see, this is the most important bit here, because you grind your coffee in store. Now you had to pay €3 for nice hair guy to grind it for you, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The Soviet times was much better.
Okay. So in the Soviet, let me ask you. In the socialist times, whenever you bought a coffee, the coffee would come in powder or in grains like this.
That's
so you
correct.
would have to grind yourself.
Yes.
You would have to grind the coffee yourself.
I was really small, and my grandma always sent me, and she always told me, go after an old lady, because an old lady usually
would
leaves
put more
some
coffee.
inside. So you can kick a little bit, few decograms out of it.
Very nice. Então, pessoal, ó, aqui tá o grão de café. Olha aqui. Ó. Olha aqui, deixa eu pegar o cheiro. Olha aqui o grão, ó. Ó o cheiro do café. And then you would grind the grain and you would have coffee here inside. Very nice, very nice. And then let me see. This is like Where is it? Is this in Eger?
It's a small intelligence. You see, this is Hungarian made.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
They've been produced by the National Rail Company of Hungary. They are.
That's very nice.
This one, Stalin one. Have you heard about the Moscovich train?
Oh, yeah, this is... Wow.
It literally had to be approved by Stalin himself to get one at the end of the year.
Jesus.
So you have to have a signature from him to have.
You are kidding me.
One.
And then you would
don't
be...
have them. Don't tell anyone.
Then you would have the machine, the toy for yourself in Christmas.
Yes.
So
now it's when you reach the 140%
let me ask
at the end of the year, maybe they approved one as a gift.
So the quota, when you worked hard when you had worked hard during the year, you would be able to receive a toy as a gift.
Yes, from the
Let me ask
party.
you, because it was an atheist state,
Yeah.
you wouldn't celebrate Christmas.
You know how we called it?
How did you call Christmas?
Why is that? How is it called, the tree itself?
Well, a pine tree.
Pine tree.
Yes, Pine Tree Day.
Pine Tree Day, it was called. Yes.
Então ele está falando, que eu estava perguntando, isso é importante. Quem não entende inglês, às vezes não está entendendo tudo que a gente está dizendo, mas ele está dizendo que, porque era um Estado socialista, não se celebrava o Natal e o dia do pinheiro, pine tree, pinheiro em português. They would celebrate, eles celebravam o dia do pinheiro ali no Natal. Vamos ver o que ele vai dizer aqui agora, ó.
Stupid kids, sorry. I had a children's group. They were funny. I just noticed that.
They put the crucifix head over feet. Então as crianças que são ateias ou querem brincar colocaram um crucifixo de ponta cabeça ali.
I'm just suggesting because we have ghosts.
Okay.
We obviously have ghosts, so it might be that.
So,
I mean, it's a reason that we have ghosts. Look at that. Let me just show you that.
This is like...
Even I shouldn't touch that. Zoli doesn't like it if I'm touching it.
Wow, what is this?
I'm just showing you the date there.
Jesus Christ, from the 17th century.
Yes.
So you have to...
Yes.
You gotta restore this book. This is amazing.
This is very valuable.
Mark, could you show us? This would be interesting. This is Hungary now.
Well,
could you show us...
No, this is the
old Hungary.
This is the old Hungary. But you see, it's called, in the Soviet books, it was called feudal. Because we weren't allowed to call it triangle, right?
Okay.
It was illegal. You could go in jail if you say the word triangle. Okay. So this is called the feudal map of Hungary. Now Hungary is like pretty much like, I'd say like
this part.
This bit here.
So let us show.
Romania. This is Croatia. Yeah.
So let us show. Let us show. This is Romania.
Yes.
Moldova.
Yeah.
It used to be Bessarabia. Yeah. It belonged to the Russian Empire. So you have this Slovakia here.
Yes.
You would have this Austria
this is
here.
The Ukrainian lands here.
And the Ukraine, Slovakia on the northern part.
Czechoslovakia.
Okay. Ukraine,
Austria.
Oh, let's see. How many parts? Austria, Slovakia, Czechoslovakia, then Ukraine, Romania, and then here?
Slovenia, Croatia.
Croatia, okay.
Slovenia,
okay.
And Austria, yeah.
So you see, ele falou uma coisa muito importante. Era chamada de Hungria feudal e não de Trianon, porque se falasse Trianon, se remetia ao passado da Hungria imperialista e a pessoa ia para cadeia, era presa, a pessoa era presa por falar isso. Olha que interessante. Então, essa aqui é a antiga Hungria do Tratado de Trianon, aqui ó, os mapas. Aqui é uma sala de aula, ó. Deixa eu pegar aqui para vocês uma sala de aula. Mais uma sala. So this is a classroom before socialism because you have a crucifix.
Look, it's a mixture here.
No, but then you wouldn't have a crucifix, of course, in the socialist times. Yes.
This is 40s. Before.
Have a look. Look at the tables. Look at the tables here. This is for the students. They would have a small blackboard for them to...
Yeah.
They wouldn't have notebooks.
Originally, you would have a little pen holder here with ink for your ink.
Wow.
That was another thing.
Would you have a notebook? You would have a notebook because you have this blackboard here?
No, only the blackboard. You had to memorize stuff.
Wow.
Paper was luxury, like, you know.
Okay.
You have one book. You have one paper book, but it was probably from your grandparents. You had to allocate space in it. So it wasn't using it all the time
of
and
course.
stuff. Like now,
Because of the crisis of paper and of wealth, because of World War One, because of the disputes.
no, and in school in general wasn't like you just get paper like that or books. You understand? Like
Yes,
even, I remember even Soviet times, like you have books here, which was from generation to generation to generation.
Wow.
They were like preserving it.
So
it
you
was
would have
the higher value.
You
like,
would also have shortages of paper.
No. That's a bit too going a bit too far. I'd say to that. So,
Okay.
No, it was nothing like that. Obviously, Soviet times were more efficient, and back in the day, in a school like that, you don't just they won't give you just paper. You had to actually, and these kids they had bad brains because they memorized most
Of course,
stuff,
of course.
right? And
now
was,
people Google everything; they don't memorize anything. What is this?
Well, this is a German book for a family. You know, back in the day.
For a Christian book.
Yes, they did that, right? But it's just with the dates. A couple of them are very interesting. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
2140. That's First World War, the Second
from
World
the
War.
beginning,
They all died in the Great Wars.
Wow!
over there.
Wow!
And
Oh, this is marvelous. This is the classroom. Let me take a picture of this class. This is a class. This is a classroom. This is very nice. Look at the candle lights. The lamp here, beautiful. We can have it. You would have the smell of oil from the lamp.
Yeah.
The great smell of oil.
Yes.
Shandor Maroi, as you know.
Yeah.
Maroi Shandor.
Oh, yeah.
He had the Confessions of a Bourgeois, and he wrote about the smell of oil
That's
in
one
the
of my
houses.
favorite books. Gyertyák, the candles are going.
That's
burn
it.
out in
That's
the-
it. That's it.
Csonki Gignek it's called.
And have a look here. Have a look at the coats. A beautiful one for a woman. Have a look. This is heavy.
Well, this is for the ladies as well, obviously. You know him.
This is no.
Sandokan.
No, I don't
Sandokan,
know.
no,
Who
it
is
was
he?
Very famous. It's actually, as we know, it was the Indian guy, I think, like originally.
Okay.
And then he became a movie star in the 80s.
Oh, yeah?
Every lady's favorite.
in Hungary?
Yes, he was mostly famous in
I
Hungary.
didn't know him.
It's like Bud Spencer and Terence Hill.
Okay.
It was national treasure in Hungary because.
But was he? He was not. So he was born in India, and he came
Yes.
to Hungary to
I
live.
don't know. I think he lived in Italy, but I don't want to say anything silly because
Okay.
my knowledge is not that great about Sandokan. I should
Okay.
probably know more things about
So
him.
this is a
He was very famous.
chessboard. This is a chessboard. Okay, this is very nice. And
But I
this.
think, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have been scratched already, so I'm afraid.
Okay. Somebody has come from Brazil.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. What is this?
Well, this is Palinka, obviously.
Very
Obviously.
nice.
Moonshine, or like.
Wow.
What is it? Palinka is more like a tequila, right?
It could be. This is the national, together with Tokaj. This is the national Hungarian drink.
Have you ever had a Palinka before?
Yes.
A good one. Yeah, like the fruity one was bad.
It was a very good one.
Then you know it's a good.
Wow,
Palinka
this is
very
closed.
good.
This is a closed bottle.
Of course. You see, every family has one of these from my grandfather. Never gonna be opened.
Jesus
ever.
Christ.
Obviously, and everybody has like 2 tokayasus.
Oi, I'm sorry. Oh, meu
Everybody
Deus.
has like at least 2 tokayasus in there.
2 Tokaj bottles.
Yeah, but we never been opened and never will be opened.
So it's like a treasure for the family.
Yes,
no,
it's
let me be
for-
careful here, not to fall
more
down.
for the show, let's say.
Okay.
You can show you some more interesting things here. These ones are from 1956.
Wow.
And
For
this
the
is
revolution.
Yes.
First aid kits to help people who were bleeding on the
From
streets.
the Americans. Americans were giving it to the Red Cross.
Let
and
me
the
ask
Red
you a
Cross-
question, Mark. I know it was very big in Budapest. Was the 1956 revolution spread all over the country?
Of course, over here in Hungary. Well, I own a little apartment on the Széchenyi Street here.
Okay.
You can see how many generals died from that street only on 56 when they were shooting on the streets here as well. So they were like, not that, it
Então
wasn't
aqui,
that
gente,
huge,
ó,
but yeah.
é um kit de primeiros socorros mandado pelos americanos durante a Revolução Húngara de 56. Tá aqui, ó. Olha que coisa sensacional para vocês. Deixa eu ver aqui o que ele vai mostrar. What is this? A soap.
Yes.
Wow, sabão. So this is soap. It was made from what kind of grass? Are you kidding me? No. Come on.
This is the
Why? Why from?
Have you heard about the Second World War, right? Have you heard about the concentration camps?
Oh,
Right?
Jesus Christ.
This is one of those soaps. Okay. You wanna see? You sure?
Of course. Where does it come from? Where does it...
We got it as a from someone's family. Okay. Obviously, we wouldn't purchase anything like that. And maybe it's not true. Maybe it's just an urban legend, but
Olha, gente,
apparently
I'll have to
it
say,
isn't an urban legend.
I'll have to say that in Portuguese. Olha, o Marco tá dizendo aqui, isso é muito triste, isso é um pedaço de sabão, e sabão, como vocês sabem, é feito de gordura. Aí eu perguntei, é gordura de que animal? Ele falou, é de ser humano. E pode ser um sabão feito em campo de concentração, nazista. Gente, olha aqui, ó. Que horror, meu Deus. I hope it's a lie. I hope it's a lie.
Well, I wish I could tell you that, but it's more likely that it's not.
Jesus.
And they made it officially in Hungary, in a factory. Okay.
Let me tell you. So
it's mixed together with other
pork
animals.
breast.
Yeah.
So what? Now I'm going to say that in English so he can understand. Hungary had a regime which was subordinated to Adolf Hitler, so it was also profiting from the economy of the concentration camps, enslaving people. So the soaps could have come from the concentration camps where they would kill people, get the grass. Actually, they had no grass. They were bones and skins. Skin and bones.
Well, they used everything. But
but then they would
Nazis
make soap.
were very efficient, as we know.
Jesus Christ.
Very efficient.
Yeah, that's it. So he's saying there was a huge economy, and then you had this soap. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
So here, can I take a picture of that?
Come inside.
Okay,
Here.
let me
Around here.
Feel
Feel
show.
free to have a look.
Thank you very much. So here,
I'll show you later even more.
okay.
Stuff like that.
Jesus Christ. Ó, aqui então a gente tem, ó. Olha isso aqui, gente, ó. Aqui a gente tem ícones do Natal, que era o dia do Pinheiro, ó, como vocês estão vendo. Olha só. Aqui a gente tem uma balancinha, ó, da época. Gente, são coisas simplesmente sensacionais aqui pra nós, ó. Olha aí, tem cigarro. Olha o iogurte, ó. Isso aqui, opa, aqui é o iogurte, ó. Ele tá fechado, não tem nada dentro, mas tem o iogurte aqui. A gente tem, ó, o kalbasa. How do you say that Hungary? In Russian it's kalbasa.
Kolbas.
Kolbas.
This is from us.
Okay. Oh, yes?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Does it?
No, I think it's in Slavic. It's
Okay.
Kolbas.
Yeah, they say kalbasa in Russian.
Yes. Our is the best, you know that.
Can you did you study?
Kolbas is the best.
Did you
ever.
study Russian at school?
No, me not.
Can you
no.
understand any? I speak Russian. Can you understand any Russian?
No. But obviously, older people than me. Like
They
a
speak
little bit,
Russian. They speak Russian,
yes,
of course.
Yes, they had to learn in school because
Okay.
till 89 you didn't learn English. You learned Russian in school.
Okay,
obviously.
okay. So this is an accounting machine. Let me get it from here.
This is for
The food.
ice cream,
This is like
and this is for the wine.
for the wine.
French.
So you would have the fruit. Very nice. I took it many times. So you would have
Hungarian version.
goulash as well, and then it was like a stalovaia, a restaurant.
Yeah. But this was mostly in
The stores.
kochma, no, where people drink.
In the bars.
In the bars, and they had a little, what is that? Ice cream stand.
Okay,
basically,
okay.
with
So
beer.
let me take a picture of that. Where's the soap? Where's the soap? Here. Jesus Christ, this is the soap. Jesus Christ. Here you have here you have the cream. What is this? Yeah, this is for you to shave. Lots of products.
You see pretty good products.
Yeah, I can
If you
see.
would watch American propaganda, you would think that we were eating rats.
Okay, of course.
And probably it's like that in North Korea. I'm just saying. They
But
probably have
that's
stuff
important.
like that.
What Mark is saying is this: American Cold War propaganda would say, "Oh, there's nothing at the stores." It depended on the country. Hungary was richer, for example, than Romania. Yes,
Yes,
and
that's
richer than Bulgaria, and richer than Albania, and as rich as Poland, or perhaps Czechoslovakia was rich as well.
And we allowed Coca-Cola, and we had Western stuff in the country as well. Of course, they were much more expensive than average people. Like now in North Korea.
Would you
cannot
have
afford it.
Hungarian forints in international
Yes.
currency?
Now you had to use like in communist times, you know, these were dodgy alleyway, people changing you money. And
Okay.
I don't know how is it now in Venezuela.
Okay.
Next to you guys.
Okay. It's happening like this there. And then
we had the same.
look at the products. Look at the products here. Here you have the products. Aqui, ó. Magisch Tafel. Tá aí. That's it for you. Olha aí, gente, ó, as garrafinhas de bebida. Ó, tem até de Pepsi aqui, ó. A Pepsi aqui, ó. Pepsi Cola. Tá aí pra vocês. Vários produtos. Muito interessante aqui pra vocês. Rakosi Utsa, the leader, the communist leader. Rakosi, am I pronouncing right?
That's perfect.
Rakosi Utsa. Here you have the name of the first communist, the Stalinist leader who killed lots of Hungarians, repressions and stuff like
And
this.
Stalin himself is there for you as well.
Yeah, this is the train. So for you to buy a train like this, you would have to work a lot as a worker. So your kids would have
You
this.
can buy one. That's the thing. You cannot buy it in a store.
You cannot buy it.
No.
You would receive from the factory.
From the party itself, like the Communist Party, if you reach the 140% of your
quota.
target,
Okay.
then they approved for you one as a gift.
Jesus.
But you cannot buy it still. It cannot be
Então
bought.
esse trem não é comprado, é um presente do Partido Comunista e a fábrica vai te dar a partir do partido se você cumpriu a cota de produtividade. Tá aí pra vocês, ó. So let's go now upstairs.
Let's see.
Let's see the museum upstairs. Olha aqui, ó, jaqueta do cara da... Vixe, mano. Look at the boots. Olha a bota aqui, gente, ó. Pra vocês. E vamos lá, gente. Vamos seguir aqui na exposição. Esse museu sensacional aqui pra nós. Have a look at the...
Propaganda from the 60s. You see, war or peace.
Naborut Vagi Beckett.
It's war or peace.
Okay.
We literally had the same campaign this year.
Haborut.
It's war. It's
War. Vagi, it's or.
Or, yeah.
Beckett.
Beke.
Beckett.
Haboru and beke is the word, but you see in Hungarian every tag is changing according to what you want to express grammarly. So it's hard to explain Hungarian by the language. Okay, you know how complicated it is.
This is the language of the devil, let's say. This is very strong.
Aliens.
Oh, and this
vampire language.
This is the. Oh, let me get this. Those are pictures of Eger. Yes. So here you have the István Doboj Square.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Do you recognize any of this? Like we are actually here. You see? Well, this is a Nazi march over there.
Jesus Christ! Have a look. The Nazis were here in the István Doboj Square, and the castle is here. The castle is here.
Of course.
Let's look at the. Here you have a traditional kitchen.
I'd say you should start here.
Where?
Because it makes more sense. Yeah, this is our no plastic section. Going to grandma's kitchen to the 50s, 60s. It's a little introduction here. The whole period, I'd say. And then we stop. I'm always saying.
In the kitchen.
In Zoli's, don't tell that I say that, okay? But Zoli's childhood, okay?
Very nice.
He owns all this stuff. It's his collection. He's collecting.
Zoli is the owner of the museum, the Retro Museum.
Since 40 years.
Wow.
So he's a maniac. Don't tell him I said that.
So let's see here. This is from the smith. This is from the workers.
Well, kinda. That was used for all kind of stuff. Cleaning babies, gutting pigs. You name it. They used it for plenty of things. It was really hard.
Let me ask you a question. In Poland, they have this word piwnica, which is like from the basement.
Yeah.
Would you have any word like this in pizza?
Pince.
Pince.
It's in Hungarian. It's actually a Hungarian word.
Piwnica for Poland.
The origin in my awareness is Hungarian, so our word is older in that case.
Okay.
But maybe not. I mean.
That's the place where they stock, where they put potatoes, in instruments and tools for them to work. This would be the underground, the underground basement.
The basement is the pince.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
So here you have a kettle. Jesus Christ, a kettle.
Tried to come in, didn't work out for him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. And then you would put palinka here.
This is for wine.
For wine. In
Yes,
Brazil,
sir.
we would put this. We would put like a kind of Brazilian vodka, pinga.
Oh, okay.
Brazilian vodka. My father used to have one at home.
That's
Yeah, my
not good.
father, just like this.
Now for
Yes.
brewing, look at that. We used to stick like that just for making only alcohol. That's really brewing
What are you doing?
moonshine and stuff like that.
You would make palinka.
Yes, but this was
In
that
the
was-
Soviet Union, it would be samagon.
Yeah,
You
of
know
course.
samagon.
Same.
When
Suica in
Gorbachev,
Romanian or
what's the name of it in Romania?
Suica. They
Suica.
don't say Suica.
When
That's
Gorbachev
palinka.
forbade vodka selling in the Soviet Union, it was a disaster for the states because they would get lots of taxes by selling vodka. People would do self-made
that.
samagon. You know that, yes?
course.
So they would use this to make the samagon.
Yeah, because they tried to sell everything to the West, but it didn't work out, right?
Wow, Jesus Christ.
That's interesting here. That's dental driller.
What is this?
Dental driller for your teeth. You had to press it with the leg.
And then it'll be.
You had a shot of palinka and cocaine on the teeth.
No, you're kidding
Yes,
me.
yes.
When you were a child, whenever you went to the dentist, they would put cocaine.
Not for me, no. That was that's from 1871. So that's like the beginning of
in
the
the
century.
19th century.
Yes,
Okay.
of course. No,
But let me ask you a question. How was public healthcare system
In my
in
child-
socialist Hungary?
amazing.
How often would you go to the doctor to a verification, a checkup for checkup
I'll
exams?
be honest with you. I think that was like these are the good things in socialist times, like public transport.
Very
was
good.
Amazing. You can get everywhere free very quick.
Okay.
Public housing. You got free education, free housing, free food, free canteens, free.
How long?
I mean, they say free, but you pay
Okay.
with your soul.
Okay.
So that's what they say. That
But let me ask
your
you a
freedoms
question.
come with first
How long would it take a family to have its own apartment?
Well, depends. I mean, usually everybody had it already, or it was already
From the family.
Yes, and no, the path was already laid out. If you knew what school you're gonna go, everything was in socialist time a bit more.
Contact.
Yes, like they say that if you had to produce sandals or whatever toys, they knew that you're gonna do that during your whole life. That's your job. They
Okay.
even say that you had that Soviet song saying 8-hour work, 8 hours fun, and 8 hours sleep. Okay?
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, of course.
8-hour work for your 8-hour freedom.
Okay, so exchange freedom for work.
Even people still have this ideology,
but
mentality. They don't understand this capitalist way of life, I'd say.
That you have to work all day long and you don't have to rest.
And it's soulless for them. Like
course.
they say that when everything's about money, nothing can be attached with something importance.
Of course,
With importance.
subjectivity, freedom.
Some things have sense.
I like
actually make
it.
sense.
I like it pretty much, of course.
So we should. That's why I liked the British mentality, because they were watching and they picked the good things from the socialist society, like good socialist healthcare or public transport.
So Mark is talking about welfare states now,
Yeah.
which still combines at least some capitalist rights, economic rights with socialist state protection,
Yes.
social
Like,
rights.
I'd say for the poor, it's better to have a bit more sensitivity
Of
with
course,
the social on the
of
social
course.
level. Like easy when
Actually,
you say
for everybody, because if
course.
you have to pay for a very expensive surgery,
Yeah.
you're going to be bankrupt.
Yes, exactly. And back in the days, that's the thing with the socialist healthcare system. They didn't care where you come from. You had the same treatment. You had the same.
But let me
Of
ask
course,
you,
had some party leaders who had.
Of course, better
They can go
healthcare
to
system.
America.
But let me ask you a
But that was
question.
really rare. And
How often would you go to the dentist in socialist Hungary? To the dentist. This is important.
That's you got me with that. But in general, public health was pretty good in socialist time. They were.
Would they ask you in Soviet Union? It happened.
Yeah.
Would a doctor ask you for a gift or a bribe?
Okay. Oh, yes.
Would you have to pay a bribe?
People don't understand that became because everything was illegal, like money-wise, because everything was just a decadent social Western capitalist way of thinking even. So you obviously give some extra to your doctor to make sure that he's gonna do a little better job with your grandma than with the one before. So yeah, it became this unhealthy environment. Every socialist country has that, but that's because the system that was so strict against corruption. So that's when it's gonna become.
So Mark is saying that there was the official system, which was officially against corruption, against bribes. Everybody had its share, but in real life, the ones in power, the directors of the factory, they would get some products to the hidden market. They would sell the products for a more expensive price. They would do it. E aí, agora ele tá indo com o outro ali, funcionário. E aí você tinha, ok. Aí você tinha as propinas que se pagavam. Olha isso aqui, gente. Isso aqui é uma balança. Meu Deus do céu. Isso é uma balança antiga, gente, ó. Para pesar os produtos. Olha isso aqui, gente. Para vocês aqui no museu. São coisas on fole, pessoal. Gente do céu, isso aqui é sensacional. Sensacional. Olha, machados, vários produtos aqui. A gente tem sido aqui muito bem fornido pelo Mark, que está falando várias histórias interessantes para nós, ó. Olha aqui esse santo aqui, ó, esse parece Jesus Cristo com um cajado, ó. Olha só, gente. Essa fiandeira, isso aqui é muito mais antigo que o século XX. Aqui remonta ao século XIX para nós aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler, ó. Olha só, gente. Minha avó Antônia trabalharia com isso aqui, ó. Olha aí, gente. Fiandeira, tá aí para vocês nas Viagens de Vassoler. Olha aqui, gente, ó. Nós temos aqui, ó, esses itens antiquíssimos do socialismo, ó. Aqui, ó, os lenços, os pratos. Olha aí para vocês, as garrafas. Olha aqui, tem um cantil. Olha que antigo esse cantil, gente. Que coisa riquíssima para nós aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler. Com os vários utensílios. Ó, aqui tem uma chapca. Tem uma chapca que é muito comum aqui nessa região, que faz muito frio, gente. Romênia, Hungria. Tá, ó, tá aí para vocês, ó. A colherona para fazer. Não é colherona, acho que é um negócio de pimenta, gente, que eles usavam, ó. Aí, gente, a cozinha, ó. E tá aqui, ó. Aí, panela de pressão. Quem disse? É uma mentira da propaganda dos Estados Unidos dizer que não havia suprimento. Poderia haver crise nos países mais pobres do socialismo real, mas o que o museu faz, como a gente tem acompanhado nesses museus do socialismo real ao redor da Europa, é uma humanização, para a gente entender que foi a primeira tentativa e certamente não vai ser a última. Tá aí a China para mostrar. Uma tentativa de superar por dentro o capitalismo usando formas de administração da propriedade e da produção que são comandadas politicamente, até que um dia esperemos que a lógica do valor seja superada, né? Esperemos que isso possa acontecer, né? Tá aí para vocês, ó. Estão aí os produtos. Olha aqui, gente. Ó, aqui vocês têm, ó, OB, acho, para as mulheres, ó, para menstruação, né, ó. Olha aqui, gente, ó, os vários itens de cozinha, tá, de higiene. Olha aí para vocês, ó, até a Coca-Cola. O Nikita Khrushchev fez um acordo com a Coca-Cola para que chegasse Coca-Cola à União Soviética. Olha aí, gente, para vocês aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler. Itens aqui da época do socialismo, um forno de aquecimento, não era micro-ondas, televisãozinha, rádio, as cervejas lá em cima. Aí já tem cervejas ocidentais. Vejam as propagandas, pessoal. Gente, isso é riqueza pura aqui para nós nas Viagens de Vassoler, pura riqueza de detalhes. Olha aí, ó, da Hungria para nós aqui, que nós temos. Ó, aspiradores de pó, gente. Meu Deus do céu. Olha aqui, gente, ó. Eu lembro do barulho lá em casa. A gente passando aspirador de pó, gente. Tinha carpete lá em casa. E aqui, ó, uma sala de televisão. Olha aí, ó. Passando aí Fórmula 1, ó. Olha uma sala socialista. Ou uma sala de outras épocas. Aí, ó. Ó, a árvore de Natal, ó, o dia do Pinheiro, ó. Olha aí pra vocês, gente. Tá aí, ó. Aí nós temos também, ó, essas várias figurações, ó. Aí, ó, as botas, olha aqui, ó. Essa bota sempre forrada, gente, senão você não consegue dar conta, claro, do frio aqui da região. Aí, ó, a criança, carrinho de bebê. O que nós temos aqui, ó? Olhem só. E essa, gente, poderia ser lá em casa, ó. Esse armarinho aqui, essa estante, ó. Aí pra vocês, ó, forrada, acho que de mogno. O mapa da Hungria com esse reloginho, tá aí pra vocês. E aqui a gente vai chegar, ó, são vários brinquedos. Mais uma vez, ó, tá aqui, ó. Essa é a figura do pioneiro, ó. Tá aqui pra vocês, ó. Essa é a figura do pioneiro que estaria sempre a postos, ó. Aí você vê ele fazendo uma fogueirinha no acampamento com a chapka, ó, a chapka aqui soviética, ó. Essa chapka soviética aqui, ó, tá? Com a estrela comunista. Aqui você tem o escoteirinho, tá? Com o tamborzinho, os lemas dos pioneiros, ó. Nossa, gente, olha os jogos, tem o rock balboa, ó. Gente, aqui já mistura com o Ocidente, já mistura com pós-socialismo, década de 90. Olha aí, ó. Figurações para nós, ó, os joguinhos da criançada. Olha aí, gente. Uma época analógica, pré-internet, né? So I was talking about the pre-internet time.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
Brutalist design, you see?
Yes, so
That's
the socialist
brutalist.
design. Wow.
You got to love that.
What kind of games do you remember from here? What
Yeah,
games?
my childhood, the He-Mans, but these are Western already.
Okay,
like
oh, of course.
action
That's
and
what
stuff
I
we had
watched.
already.
Cartoon I watched in Brazil
look
as well.
what my childhood was, I'm going to show you over there. Yeah, this Playmobil.
So here you have Lenin. So you have the leader. Let's get the
yes.
socialist revolution. Would you have statues of Lenin here in
everywhere.
Eger? In Eger, okay.
This one is here, Kadar. Have you heard about Kadar?
Okay,
That's
Janos Kadar.
That's his signature there.
Wow.
See, for Gross guy, he was a prime
Wow,
minister.
wow.
Their signature is there.
So here you have, let's see, the Hungarian. What was the name of the Hungarian currency during socialist times?
Forint.
Forint. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have the currency
Well,
here.
you had the Pengu before.
Then you have Rakosi, Kadar, and Lenin, right? Or no?
No, Lenin's.
All Lenin's.
It's
Okay.
You had to say, live, will live.
It's Mayakovsky.
You know.
Lenin, Jit, budget, Gil, budget, Jit. It's Russian. Lenin lives, and will live. That's it.
You have to say the same thing.
Okay. That's the tanks.
Soviet tanks, these are awesome. Some
What?
Munkai cigarette. You see, it's a little factory at the end.
Wow.
And you have to smoke it that
this
first
is a cigarette.
the worker, the factory burns first before the worker. You understand?
Wow.
That was a socialist joke.
So for them, this is very funny. Recém, eu vou até falar em português this. I'm going to speak. Quando você ia fumar o cigarro, quando você acendia, primeiro queimava a fábrica, depois queimava o cigarro. Because it was so bad that the factory would burn.
Now it had a little factory
Okay.
drone at the end. So you had to smoke it up the other way around, that you burn the factory first before the worker. That was the same. That's another one here. Very interesting. It's an unopened Gauloise from 1910.
Wow.
That's First
From the
World War.
beginning, yeah.
Yeah. That was the enemy's cigarette, we say.
Okay, from French, of course.
Obviously,
from
we
French.
have over there, if we are
The
at the
great-
subject, it says, let's get back Greater Hungary. That's from 1920. Well, that wasn't that popular with Kadar, obviously.
Of course.
So if they find that at your place in Soviet times,
your parents would be
you
arrested.
could get the death penalty, pretty much. Like
Jesus
that's how that was. Well, they associate it with the Nazis, obviously, but nowadays it's more relaxed. We understand that it's when the Nazis only wanted back Greater Hungary. right?
Okay.
We have Nazi board games, though. This one there, that's from the Nyilas period, right? You heard about the Nyilas?
No. What is it?
You see on the Danube in Budapest where you see the shoes.
Okay.
Now, those were the Nyilas. That was the Nyilas.
Was the general. He was a general.
No, Nyilas was the Nazi party in Hungary, but even the Nazis said that those guys are going too far. So when the Nazis telling you that you're going too far, That's means
So,
something.
he's saying, ele está dizendo que havia um camarada chamado Nilas do partido, não conhecia o nome dele. Quando tem os sapatinhos perto do Danúbio, no rio Danúbio, em Budapeste, os judeus foram mortos a queima-roupa quando os nazistas ordenaram a evacuação de Budapeste, judeus de Budapeste. E ele está dizendo que os próprios nazistas disseram que os húngaros nazistas foram muito longe na matança. This was, I was telling what you said.
Well, this game that's a
Was a
board
Nazi.
Game, that's a board
Nazi.
game from that period. It's doing when you watch.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't even think if you just seeing it like that.
So let's see for me.
By the way, as I said, 79. That's it's a Hungarian Star Wars board game from 79.
So you see, it was beginning to be open to Western products.
But we didn't pay merchandise. We did our own merchandise. They are action figures. I'm sure. Unfortunately, I cannot show you any because they just sold one for 12,000 euros.
Jesus.
That's how valuable and collectible it is for Western collectors because they go crazy. I mean, just imagine Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, all these Soviet-made action figures.
This is amazing.
I have a friend, I know a guy collecting them. He's going crazy.
Ele disse que uma réplica que foi feita na União Soviética das personagens do Star Wars custaria 12 mil euros.
Yes,
12,000 euros. Euros. A gente não está falando de reais, gente. And this was important, even though they wouldn't pay royalties.
Yeah.
For the propaganda from the Western world to the socialist countries, this would be amazing.
But it was vice versa. I'll show you a trainer there, the Tissa. We have this brand called Tissa.
Okay.
Sergio Tacchini stole the Tissa logo.
Oh,
straight.
yeah?
But they didn't pay.
Royalties, and you wouldn't
Back
pay
in the days
royalties.
it was a bit different. Look at these. I don't know if you heard about Playmobil.
Of course, I played them in Brazil, yes.
Now look at that. This is Soviet-made Hungarian Playmobil. This is a
Gente.
bootleg. This is made illegally as well. And see, it is like hussars. This is the Corvin flag. This is all Hungarian historical thematics. They are amazing. They are very valuable now. They're collecting them in the West as well.
Então, this I'm going to say in Portuguese.
Please.
Ele está dizendo que esse Playmobil, ele foi feito na Hungria socialista, tá? E eles não pagavam direitos autorais, ou royalties para as companhias ocidentais. E também acontecia o contrário. Então tá aqui, ó, eles simplesmente expropriavam, roubavam e produziam. Gente, aqui é Playmobil, ó. Tá aí com a bandeira, com os ícones da história húngara. Olha que coisa sensacional. Sensacional aqui para nós, das Viagens de Vassoler, ó. Aí a gente tem Lego, inclusive o Lego feito aqui na Hungria socialista, mas eles não pagavam direitos, ó. Olha que coisa formidável. Olha aqui o que a gente tem. Esses ícones. E aqui o Darth Vader feito, nossa, na União Soviética, gente. Olha esse Darth Vader soviético, pessoal. Que coisa formidável esse museu. Esse museu é sensacional, gente. Olha aqui, ó. Pra criançada tomar banho, os ícones, olhem só. Para vocês aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler, ó. Televisores. Olha aí, gente. Para vocês, Viagens de Vassoler. Tá os jornais da época, ó. Aqui talvez com os filósofos gregos, ó. Tô tentando deduzir quem são. O xadrez. E esse gramofone, hein, gente? Nossa. Parece a personagem do Castelo Rá-Tim-Bum, a bota falante aqui, ó. Ó a bota falante do Castelo Rá-Tim-Bum aqui, gente, pra vocês. Viagens de Vassoler. Olha aí. Esse formidável, aqui o looping desse autorama, ó. Olha aí, ó. E de vez em quando vai passando, ó o trenzinho.
What do you press?
Uau. Look at the train.
Hungarian friends, if you go to the train station here, you're gonna see the same train still.
Vasútalamas. Vasútalamas.
Perfect pronunciation.
Vasútalamas.
This is silly. This is one of our most famous little train there.
And what's its name?
It's everywhere in Hungary. It's very famous for Hungarians.
Ah, okay,
They've been produced in the 70s and it was already outdated, but we're still using them.
Oh, it's not outdated because you're still using it.
Soviet
This is very,
technology.
yeah,
No,
very
it's
nice.
actually Swedish.
Ah,
Sorry,
Swedish?
it's Swedish. technology. Yeah, it's
Okay.
based on a Swedish
So have a look at the trains. Wow.
Well, we have another one, little one here. See up there? This one here. This one here. Yeah, that one there. See?
Yeah.
That's in the best condition. Best condition ever you can get that. Yeah.
Wow. Have a look.
Imagine that. So look, I got an 83-year-old guy coming into the shop and he's like, can I give you this as a gift?
Wow.
Never been opened ever. The same thing. But this is like time travel.
You haven't opened the box?
Well, we did, obviously, so I'm going to show
Let's
you how
see.
it goes.
Of course, this is marvelous. Jesus Christ. Let's be careful.
Look at that.
This is amazing. Let me
Now,
take...
this is always missing, this is always rusty, this is always rusty. So this is literally out of, you know, it's time traveling looking at it.
This is Let me...
You cannot see that in this condition ever.
This is... Have a look. This is amazing. How do you pronounce? Chengos Mozoni.
Mozdony.
Mozdoni.
Yes.
Cengus. Gush.
Mozdony, yeah. It means ringing locomotive or train.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Have a look. This is marvelous.
You can put
A magnet. You can
no,
put the train.
Batteries, and it goes around and it's doing sound.
Wow.
It was amazing.
What's the autonomy? 1 hour? 30 minutes?
Well, depends. Obviously, this was... No, they last pretty long with the batteries.
Yes.
They had these big batteries, you know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
But,
you would play...
You can tell by the box in there and the colors how old it is. It's from the
Jesus
50s.
Christ, from the 50s.
50s.
Wow.
So, as I said, I have to put it back straight in the box and not to damage with light and stuff.
Of course. This is a marvelous gift, and this is a uniform for physical education.
You see, you know
For
this
school.
Gopnik culture, the Gopnik culture.
Okay, in Russia, yes. That you would
Adidas,
squat.
everybody Adidas.
Yes, that's it.
It's coming from this. You know why? Because it has only 2 lines, you see?
But Adidas had a partnership with socialist countries.
Nowadays, they even do fashion and out of this stuff. But this is the origin of the real Gopnik culture, this 2-line. And, you know, if you got an Adidas, a real Adidas from some relative, you were the coolest kid in the
Okay.
neighborhood. And this is one of these. By the way...
But this was not for school, or this was a school uniform?
People were using it for everything. But it was originally, school and... but kids were using it during their free time.
Okay.
But look, I just want us to show that this is 70-year-old.
Wow!
70.
Look at the quality.
The
Look
color.
at pessoal,
Adidas has some explanation to do, right? With planned obsolescence, right?
this is 70 anos, pessoal. 70 anos eu tô falando. Olha aqui, ó. Ó, o zíper. Can you hold it?
Perfectly. Working perfectly.
It works fine. Olha aí, gente.
Soviet manufacturing.
Então aqui o museu está mostrando como a propaganda da Guerra Fria que falava que os produtos soviéticos eram ruins. Nada, tá aqui, ó. Vocês estão vendo aqui.
The gentleman just said he had it. He had this.
So the guy from the museum is saying that, ó, o cara tá falando que ele tinha esses agasalhos, ó. E estão aqui funcionando, o zíper funcionando. Tá tudo maravilha, ó. Olha aí, gente. Olha aqui, ó. Olha os celulares aqui já dos anos 90, né, ó. Tá aí pra vocês. Gente, aqui é um paraíso. Várias coisas interessantes aqui pra nós. Das viagens de Vassoler. Aqui, ó. Nós temos o quê, ó? Essas malinhas, ó. Computadores.
Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Não, o Lego.
Well, this is my favorite one, the aluminium builders. Look. East, West. East,
Wow.
Same product, different design, huh?
This is a
minimalist.
different...
Like Apple was coming with minimalism,
Okay,
right? Come
okay.
on, look at that. That's his...
So he's saying there is this constructor. Paruski, in Russian, constructor.
Imagine just how simple it is.
Yes, so the minimalist ideology, and then you have this Merkur from the West.
This is like a West German. So obviously, you see that it symbolizes the difference between East and West during that time.
Okay, very nice. So the propaganda, like more sophisticated, and this minimalist from social realism.
Yes.
This is very nice. So you would have Lego as well.
Well, of course. Interesting bits here. Even in Hungary, during socialist time, Lego was popular. Like Lego was an international toy.
You would do the same. But let me ask you: you would do the same as you did with Playmobil. You would copy that, and you would construct Playmobil here in the socialist Hungarian, right?
It was called
Hungary.
Bebe Lego. You see, these are the fake Lego, basically. But no,
okay.
Everybody had a West German relative, and they sent them some Legos from the 80s. You see, all here.
So
This is
Legos were from the
79.
West. From the West.
Yes, of course.
So
But-
they wouldn't be called Lego here. In the Playmobil, they called Lego?
Yes, Lego was kind of, you couldn't get them legally till the 70s, I think, but they were popular. People had Legos when they were kids.
Very nice.
This
very
model
nice.
here is from 71. This one here. You see, these are the
The
original
colors of the German flag.
original minifigs there. Yes, of course.
Okay.
And then these are minifigs which are the originals as well. This is very valuable. You wouldn't think how much that cost.
How much?
I can't tell
What,
you.
the elephant? The elephant
Yes,
to
I
put
cannot
coins.
tell you how much you use.
Wow.
You have to check it on the internet. It's only 2 of them on the Bricklink, 2.
Wow.
So you can, it's like around 5,000, 4,000.
Euros.
Yes.
So you have to cover this.
You don't know, there is movement sensors here and stuff.
Very enough,
You don't
because
see.
you have to. Yes,
Well,
of course.
It is a lot of value here.
No, this is amazing. And then you have some computers. I would play with the joystick. Atari.
Look,
Do you
but
have Atari?
But this is fake.
Fake Atari
yes.
from the
Soviet
socialist.
fake Atari.
Wow, this is very nice.
Look at that. Well,
Wow, very nice. Rambo, let me get this from the the Soviet Union. No, from the. Wow.
you're very welcome. I hope you like it.
So
Thank
here you have the tennis match.
Yeah,
Have a look. Have a look.
Come on, it's you.
How do I
and
play
me,
against
you and
you?
me.
How do I play against
Well,
you?
with this one here.
Let me. Well,
Up,
how?
You have to move it, like rotate it. Okay, now
Okay,
it's
let's
coming.
go.
Look. Okay. The TV is heating up.
Come on.
I'm gonna beat you. I'm just letting you know that I'm gonna beat you.
Let's go.
Oh, okay,
I
you're
have.
coming, all right. Okay, someone played with that before, I see. Oh, I was big-mouthed before.
I'm beating you. Oh, this is very nice. Have a look.
I'm not gonna let you do that, sorry. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, it's coming. I should let you win, yeah?
No, come on, play hard. Hard ball.
Yeah? Oh, okay. You're coming. I can tell that you practiced before, right? Oh, my days.
This is very nice. One more. Very nice.
Nice.
So here, what else? This is a voice recorder.
No. This is for games. This is the
For games,
drive.
this?
That was the
But
drive.
you have a tape where you should listen to music.
You can as well, but this was used for programming as well.
In the 90s, I would use a machine like this to record music songs from the radio.
I'll show you one of those gadgets later. We have one of these.
Okay.
In Hungary it was called MK27, was a Hungarian produced one, and had orange buttons. People love them. It's a cultural icon in Hungary.
Very
right?
nice. So here you have some computers. Let's say
I'm
computers.
sure you heard about that, right?
No,
Commodore 64.
This is the first model of computer, right?
Commodore was literally in Hungary. They were whitewashing them for the Soviet times, and it was such a spike in a store in Miskolc, it's a Hungarian town, that not just the Soviet authorities, Interpol was watching Hungary, because this store's GDP was bigger than the whole country's.
Wow!
That's how
because they were selling.
That's how many Commodores they
They
sold.
were selling, of course. They were
washing
robbing
them.
technology, of course. That's it. This is very interesting.
That's the first Hungarian computer here. That was produced only for schools.
Jesus.
You see, enter. New line.
Wow! It's even in English.
Yes.
Então, pessoal, como a gente estava dizendo aqui, ó, esse foi o primeiro computador. Ele até falou, so he even said that the commands are in English. New line, shift.
Enter his new line.
Wow, this is very nice. This is very nice.
Yes.
So this is the Atari joystick that I used when I was like 8, 9 years old. We have this joystick to play Atari. That's okay. We also have, let's see what we have. Master of the Fighting Spirit and Guerrilla. What is this? Wow, look at the graphics.
Well,
this is Nintendo.
Nintendo, of course.
Oh, this is Nintendo.
This is the first Super Mario release.
Wow,
It's very valuable.
this is very nice. Super Mario Brothers,
Yes.
like number 1,
Yes,
not
that's
number
the
2.
first release for European market there.
Wow, this is Nintendo. And look at the joystick. Look at the joystick. This is an older one. Let me see.
We bought one of these, obviously, that you can play 600. It's an
I
emulator.
had never seen. You can
Play a lot of. You can try all the Nintendos.
Okay. Look at the girls. Look at the girls here. Beautiful.
See, ladies, of course. I'm sure.
Beautiful beautiful Hungarian girls. Have a look. So they would dress.
As I heard of the Brazilian girls, Hungarian girls are the most beautiful, right?
Well, they have Brazilian girls are very beautiful.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Hungarian ones are very
understand.
beautiful as well. Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Would this kind of dress be considered like?
Okay. Yeah. Soviet times. I mean, funny thing is, you can if you watch some cartoons, some young people say that's too PC now. Yeah, like sexual revolution with the 70s when the hippie generation came.
Okay.
It affected the East as well. People don't know that.
But
sexual
was it
revolution
true?
was big. So
was it
yes.
true that in the socialist countries it was more conservative
No,
concerning sex?
no.
Would the young people
Not
make
at
a
all.
lot of sex?
Yes.
But without, I remember in Romania's Ceausescu's, it was forbidden to make an abortion.
Yeah, but that's a different story. But that's very specific with that. But usually, sexual revolution affected the Eastern Bloc a lot as well. And the Soviet ideology wasn't religious.
Of course.
So
of course.
it was even, I'd say, in certain ways more advanced.
Than the West.
Yeah. And yeah, sexual freedoms were.
But let me ask you a question.
So
Were
it
there
was different.
condoms? Were there
Yes.
condoms?
Look, I can show you later how many anti-AIDS campaigns were and use condoms and.
So
in the
would
60s,
would you
it
have
was
would you have sexual education class at school?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
From what age? From what age?
Well, pretty early, and it was efficient Soviet style. The penis works like that. That's how you have to touch it and all that. It's sometimes when you watch this propaganda now, they weren't allowed to show that in schools
Because of Orban's conservative.
Yes. That's obviously as we say. We always falling on this side or the other side of the horse. It's a Hungarian expression. So,
very nice. Either to the left or to the
yes,
right.
You understand. So,
very nice. Very nice.
And that's the lesson, isn't it? Like you just have to be a bit more calm. Everybody has rights, or sometimes has
I agree with
valid points. Let's just say
this
like
is
that.
interesting. So, for example, we have these beautiful Hungarian girls here. They are wearing dresses. They are like short dresses.
And
It's not considered to be like a revolutionary dress. No, a normal one.
But that's mostly in the 70s when this big anti-religious movement came and when the hippie generation.
But here, for example, close to the breasts, they have no space to show the boobs. For example,
You see, because of before, imagine 500 years of religious
Christianity.
You couldn't show your elbow.
Your ankle.
Your ankle, yeah. And then in the 70s, yeah, it went a bit on the other side, and people, you wouldn't even imagine how kind of free it was in that sense.
Very nice.
In the
Very
70s.
nice. Very nice.
I know because my older generations, like, I think they are thinking that this generation is more conservative than they were.
This one now.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are interesting.
Have a look at the cars for babies.
Well,
baby.
look at that.
This is beautiful. This is
This
amazing.
one was produced by Raba.
Raba.
This is the Hungarian bus company Icarus.
Okay.
This is
Icarus.
yes,
Icarus.
it's
Okay,
been
from the Greek.
produced by them. You see, that's
Okay.
a brutalist design there.
This is amazing.
Wonderful.
Yes, this is amazing.
It's
like
so
a
ugly, it's
socialist.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. So pay attention to what he said. It's so ugly that it becomes beautiful. Very nice.
You
Very
see,
nice.
Eger, we are. This is a Baroque city, Eger.
Okay.
You see, all the architecture
buildings
is from
and stuff,
Baroque
churches.
times, like from the
18th
Austro-Hungarian Empire. Now, you see in the central at the double scale, it is this big shopping center there, right?
That's
a
a
brutalist
social-
design.
yeah.
It just fits there, right? You wouldn't build that over there, right?
It's Istvan Dobo Square. There is the market, which
Yeah.
is brutalist. Yes, this is.
yes. It's just the same as ugly. It's unnecessary, but for some reason you like it. Something.
Yeah. There are emotions, experiences, and then you connect to them.
I'm sorry.
Very nice. Of course, of course. So here you have it. Então aqui, gente, olha, muito interessante. Tudo que a gente está vendo aqui, uma verdadeira aula do Mark, tá? E é muito interessante. Vamos ver o que ele vai mostrar ainda para nós, ó. Olha aí, gente. Para vocês, Viagens de Vassoler, propaganda. Vamos mostrar um pouquinho da propaganda húngara. Aí os jovens, ó, namorando. Aí, ó, falando do shampoo. Olha aí, gente, pra vocês. Viagens de Vassoler.
Magam is meggyőződtem róla, hogy itt jók a körülmények. Bizalmat adó a légkör. Tisztelnek, mint otthon. Sőt, talán még jobban is. Igen, így van. MHB devizaszámla. Kamat a bizalomért. Samsung.
Propaganda da Samsung, olha aí, gente, pra vocês. Tá aí, pessoal. Olha aqui, ó. Olha essa roupa aqui da moça, ó. Ó a moça descoladaça. Tá aí pra vocês, viagens, aqui, ó. A fábrica a fábrica aqui de cigarro, ó. Magyar Comunista Part. Partido Comunista Húngaro. Os trabalhadores dando as mãos. Pra vocês, nas Viagens de Vassoler. Tá aqui, ó, modelo de... Gente, sensacional. Simplesmente sensacional. Olha aqui, ó. O correio húngaro, Tábori Posta. Tá aí pra vocês. So the contraception methods you are going to show me. The against abortion. That people would use condoms.
Yeah, of course. But look, like how free the sexual revolution was. This one was going, that was an opened commercial that was going into the TV as well.
You're kidding me. They would show.
This means don't blow it, don't... Yeah.
Okay.
The only way, call Monica to blow it. But that it means, you know, the Hoover blowing it.
This would be for a vacuum cleaner,
Instead of vacuum
and they
cleaner
would put a
commercial.
woman.
And it was going in TV.
But let's say
During
feminism nowadays would say it's chauvinist, it's sexist.
Back in the day it was completely okay in the TV.
Okay, Jesus.
You'll see in the telly we're gonna have these commercials actually are going on. Some of them are outrageously sexual, like sexualizing women. Obviously nowadays it wouldn't be
It wouldn't be
accepted
allowed.
anyway.
Okay.
Another little thing, this is from 1982.
What is this?
This is for these jeans. The original sticker from the shop, obviously.
But then would you have jean trousers here
Of course. As I said,
produced here in Hungary?
Yes, it was called Trapperformer Cowboy Jeans, it was called. Yeah, but that was produced in Hungary.
Didn't they come from the West?
No,
it was produced here in
and
Hungary.
look at the quality, how this is still from 1982.
This is very nice.
These
the quality.
trainers are 60-year-old, 60.
Jesus Christ. And a Walkman here.
Classic
I remember,
Soviet
yeah, this is... And also this jeans jacket.
I think that's maybe a Western one. I'm not gonna like it. But maybe not. Maybe that's Trapper as well. I mean,
this is very nice. This is very nice.
Look, the blue version of the classic.
This is for school as well.
Actually, look a picture here. That's the symbol. It shows you how they looked. That's how it. That's how it went there.
Let me get it. And here you have. Let's see if I understand it. Of course. Communist Party from Hungary, and then this I can't understand. He's there. Have a look at the part. Look at the picture of the block, the communist block. Have a look here. Jesus Christ, this is amazing. This is just amazing. Have a look at this worker, a propaganda. Let's see it here. An oven. So here you have it.
Just to the subject of planned obsolescence with those jeans and the trainers. This is a Tungsram light bulb. Works forever.
You're kidding me.
Forever.
It doesn't jam.
No.
Doesn't break.
You know, it's that documentary about fire station in America. They have one of these. It's on since 170 years.
Jesus Christ.
Big question why you and me can't have this.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What does it mean here? What does it mean? This is communist part of
Yes,
Hungary.
yes,
What
yes.
is this? What is this?
Party of the people. Party of the people. Yeah, people. Let's say.
In Nemzet.
Nemzet is nation.
Nation.
Party of the nation. Party
this
of
is
the worker. Party of the people.
So, a munkasak partia, a ne partia, a Nemzet partia.
Yeah. So basically, it means the workers' party, the people's party, the nation's party.
Very nice. Very nice. Então, pessoal, é uma volta aqui ao tempo. Mark, I would ask you to give a final message for people from Brazil. Of course, you can speak it. I will ask you to speak Hungarian as well afterwards. But give a message, because many people, when they come to Hungary from Brazil, where do you think they go? Budapest,
of course.
For sure. Which is a marvelous city, of course. But it's been a month. I've been here in Hungary. I arrived here 1 month ago. I've been to Budapest, of course. Then I went to Győr.
Oh, Győr is beautiful.
Tirani, which is marvelous. Pécs.
Yes.
Now Eger, and tomorrow I'll be in Debrecen.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is a marvelous tour.
You have to go through the Hortobágy.
What is this?
Well, that's flatlands, the Hungarian flatlands, and you go through the Hortobágy to Debrecen from here. It's gonna be amazing. It's like being in Texas. It's very weird that the Hungary has the cattle and yes, it's amazing.
Lots of farms.
Yes,
Lots of
yes,
farms.
a lot of land, and it's a national park, basically a national reserve, and plenty of migrating birds, and it's a beautiful place.
So-
I can highly recommend that. As
So
well.
invite people from Brazil. I would ask you to give this message
Well,
to
it's
come
pretty-
to Eger.
Well, it's pretty hard because we have the nicest women in the world, and I heard that Brazilian women are the best, most beautiful in the world. So
They're beautiful as well.
I know that's one of my thing that gentlemen, Hungarian girls are very beautiful as well.
And would you
ladies
say
as well.
that? Would you say that, for example, that's my opinion. Brazilian people are very like open-minded,
Yes.
and they are extroverted. But people here in Eastern Europe are more closed.
But it's a very interesting subject because actually, if you know the Roma mentality, the Gypsy mentality, they say they have warmer blood. They say they have more empathetic or
Okay, more open-minded.
And Hungarians are like Germans, like English a bit even more keeping distance and a bit more reserved. But if you break that barrier, you will see that it's all just facade.
Open-minded and stuff.
Actually, they are very nice people too.
Of course, of course.
Very kind. But you see, during Soviet times, like I have plenty of English friends are always complaining about customer service in Hungary. They don't understand that in Soviet times you had to behave because they're gonna send you out from the shop and you're not gonna have bread to eat.
Of course.
So that's a different mentality. We still have that in Hungary. So someone who works in a store sometimes
Won't be
has
polite.
that-
Won't be polite.
Won't be polite. And all I'm saying, but they actually polite. They just have these cultural bits which we picked
Because
up
it's
during
like,
the years.
what he's saying is this: in a capitalist society, the client is always right. So you have to treat the client as a king.
Yes.
But since in socialist time the state provides, so it's like either you behave or you get nothing. That's what he's saying.
Correct.
That's
And
what he's saying.
We still, actually schools about marketing and they're still not teaching it correctly or like the capitalist way, I'd say.
Okay,
And
okay.
It's not an issue, but it's a cultural difference, and people sometimes get a bit upset about that when they're coming to Hungary. But I'm always saying to be prepared for that.
But let me tell you, Mark, it's not just Hungary. It's in Czech Republic,
of
Slovakia, Poland,
They were
here.
even poorer. I mean, in their shops, Slovakians, Czech people, as I said, Hungary was even the richest during this. Imagine those countries like Romania. I said, like,
Very
I was
poor,
standing
very
in the
poor.
line with my mother for bread. And the queue was over, bread was gone. They sent you home with no bread.
Christ.
So Yeah.
I remember
They were shooting at my mom with me in her hand.
Let me tell you, I met a girl in Bucharest, in Romania, beautiful capital, and then she told me that her parents met in a line in a shop. So they were there for hours, and people in the family, they would split. One person would go to the bread line, the other for the chocolate one, and for the, isn't it true?
True.
And then they would meet.
Imagine my mom, they were shooting at her. Then Ceausescu was...
For people to go away.
They were waiting, and my mother just told me they just saw dust, like pa pa pa, dust on the wall, pa pa pa, and they just realized that some soldier was just dragging some. With
Of course, they were not shooting at people.
They were actually
shooting at people. No, not when there was the revolution in
that's
'89. Okay.
Yes. Of course.
So though he's talking about the situation in which began in Timișoara, and then went to Bucharest. We are going to Timișoara, the first Romanian city we're going to visit, and then there was the Father Lasques, the Hungarian father. The Securitate wanted to arrest him, and the crowd wouldn't allow the priest to be arrested. Then there was the revolution. But in normal times, the police would not shoot people to go away from the line, of course.
No, but it was, Brezhnevian, it was very tough. It was very tough. Securitate was very serious.
Jesus Christ. Like Securitate was the Romanian KGB. He's talking about the Romanian KGB.
My father had to wait 10 years to be allowed to get a car.
Why? Was he arrested? Was he arrested?
No, Soviet times, that's how he was the best worker, best
Let me ask you a question.
A very good family.
So he had already paid for the car.
Yes.
But then he had to wait 10 years. But he had already paid.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yes. What car did he have? Trabant, the German car.
We had that,
So
in Romania, the most popular was Dacia.
Dacia. It was a Romanian car.
Yes, Dacia is Romanian. It means Dacia, the Sanians, Dacia. It means the
ancient. Okay.
Roman land of the Romanians.
Okay. What do you think? What you or your parents think about Ceausescu, Nicolae and Elena Ceausescu nowadays?
My dad is a conservative communist. He say,
wow.
When they shoot, my dad worked in Africa. He worked for Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Yes,
okay,
when they built
from Libya.
My father is a geologist, and
very nice.
He built these tunnels for water.
Wow.
My dad said when they shoot Gaddafi, why they shoot Gaddafi? He's such a cool guy. So he said about the same about the great leader Ceausescu. Of course, I'm being a bit funny, and no, he was affected by that. But my dad was actually a pretty strict communist. He loved science. Had a really atheistic upbringing. Actually,
he doesn't. He hates God.
Oh, he does literally. Like, but you don't know the communist principles and manipulate. You have to hate.
So, but what does your father say about Securitate? Okay, does he support Securitate?
I'd say kinda. He's in his mentality. Securitate was just great. Eliminating the enemies of the state.
Did you have anybody in your family who was arrested? Never.
Even if we don't talk about that.
Okay, but among yourself, at home.
No, you cannot. Even that, no. You don't understand how serious that was. That you can literally report your parents. Report your closest relatives, and people did that.
This is in Stalinist times.
Especially how you said that how to get the grandma's house and
Jesus
stuff.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
So that's why I'm saying people still don't talk about that, even in between them. You
have never heard your father saying bad things about Ceausescu. Never. What about your mother? What did your mother? What does your mother say?
My mother is very religious, so obviously she does. But you must understand that they've been brought up in a system where wasn't freedom of speech.
Could she go to the church? Could she go to the church in socialist times?
No. You can, but you were ousted from certain groups. It was kind of legal. They let you do that, but they were watching you as a radical weirdo or something. You understand? So it was like that.
They would, like in the Soviet Union, they would request priests to be spies for the KGB. So if you would confess to the priest, the priest would have to report you for the KGB. It was the same in Romania?
Yes. But I understand in the Soviet society, religion is something
forbidden.
which is, you know, the worst thing what happened for 500 years, religious terror. They teach many valid points over there, by the way, because don't get me wrong, I think religion is important. I think we must have it, and the Soviet way is too harsh, just banning it. But you know, what is it called? The Renaissance and all that was very important in my opinion, obviously. So I'm in between with these ideologies, if you understand what I'm
So, but you were not baptized. Were you baptized, Mark?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Are you a pravoslavny?
Maybe
an Orthodox. You are an Orthodox. Your mother.
My father.
So your mother is an Orthodox, a Romanian Orthodox. Were you raised like your father?
My father, yeah. We
or
had,
like your mother?
We had like literally.
Do you know how to pray? Do you know how to pray?
No. I never had to pray.
Have you read the Bible?
No.
Do you know about Jesus Christ?
Of course, I know.
The Gospel. Have you read the Gospel? No.
I didn't have to when I was a kid.
No. I understand that, but your mother did she talk to you about that?
No. Look, my father was very strict with that when we grew up. Now, as I remember, but you asking me now that this is pretty difficult because I don't really remember. We don't really talk about stuff like that.
Oh, very
as
nice.
I said, that's why I tried to explain before that in societies where weren't freedom of speech, they still behave like that. My parents are still acting like they're not allowed to say that.
Let me ask you another question.
It's difficult to talk to them about subjects like that.
Did your father believe television or newspapers? Did he think they were saying the truth?
No, he knew. But you know, this was the Soviet style. Everybody knew. Oh, of course, he's a collaborant or what the hell it's called. We called it in Hungary.
What does it mean?
It's enemy of the state or whatever, you know.
But you say,
everybody knows it's not the enemy of the state.
No, but they knew. They knew they were saying lies on television. They knew. Oh, that's the record of production of co-production in the year. This was a lie.
Look, first of all, it wasn't just propaganda. It wasn't everything a lie.
Okay.
And you see, that's the Western way of thinking that everything was just no. They were very clever. They were
mixturing facts with lies.
And those facts, sometimes, with all due respect, they were real. They were even more real. My father always said when capitalism came in, we were right, son. These capitalists just doing that. They just want to sell everything, you see. So my dad is still like that. He's still like Western music. I make music. I do Western stuff.
Okay.
My dad just hates it because in his point of view, this is just made for music. He doesn't understand the culture of it because he grew up in a different culture. For him, something doesn't have value because you attach money to it. Something has value because it has value. It gives something to society, like
this is nice.
Like science.
But this is nice.
But that's the
Art,
beauty of socialist ideology.
Yeah, that's it.
So
did he like to read literature? Did he read a lot?
No, we hated that, but science. I was reading Arthur C. Clarke when I was very young.
Did he read Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, the Russian authors?
I'm sure he did. I don't know, but he's a cultured folk. He's a well-educated person, so I'm sure.
What about your mother? What did she study? What did she study?
She's a psychiatrist, so she's.
Your mother is a doctor. Yeah. Oh, she's a doctor and also religious. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So she combined science and religion.
Well, spiritual psychologist, psychiatrist.
Okay.
So, yeah, and she was a children's.
What did you study, Mark? What did you study?
Me, I'm an uneducated folk.
But you play song.
High school diploma.
But you play music. What kind? Rock and roll.
Drum and bass.
Drum and bass.
Yeah,
do you have drums here to play a little bit for us?
No, this is the
drum and bass is the techno music. Techno music. Yes. Okay. So Mark, send us. Thank you very much.
I will.
For all the class and explanations. And invite Brazilian people to come to Eger to the Retro Museum.
Please come and see us. You're gonna have a really awesome time with us here. And we're gonna try some local wine after, if you're up for it.
Let's have a palinka now. Let's have a palinka. We can have a palinka. Pessoal, eu vou descer aqui com o Mark para tomar uma palinka e já voltamos então. Um abraço, até já. So, you are going to show one more thing. Won't you, Mark?
Yeah, you know what's that? Have you
this
ever heard
is a scissors. Pelican.
No.
What
It's
is this?
Stalk.
What?
Stalk.
Okay.
That's a baby inside, you see? I cannot give you that because it has loads of curses on it.
Jesus. Let me show.
It's called a witch scissor. Right?
So, when I was a child, and my sister as well, we would ask our parents, how are babies produced? And they would say, oh, it comes inside a pelican or something like this.
The stalk, yeah, the stalk.
Here you have the baby.
Where is
Have
it
a look at the
coming
baby. And then you have a scissors.
Well, look, that was only to hold the umbilical belt and cutting it. Yeah. So spiritual labor was a bit more spiritual, right?
Okay,
That's
okay.
why this is very rare.
So see, this is, of course, this is from the previous times
Yeah, it's
compared
150
to
years
socialism.
old,
Of course, this is marvelous.
Önöknek is mutatom. Yeah, I'm gonna show you to them.
Então,
That's it, my
é isso, gente. Estamos aqui, ó, com essas maravilhas da época do socialismo. Tá aqui o museu. Pessoal, olha, muito bacana. Tá aqui para vocês. Mais uma vez, eu vou tirar uma foto aqui total desse formidável museu do retrô. Que bom que eu vim para cá e que legal ter a aula que nós recebemos do nosso querido Mark, uma simpatia, falando conosco sobre a época socialista e dando depoimentos pessoais. Continuemos Viagens de Vassoler no coração de Eger, na Hungria, uma viagem para o coração do socialismo. Pessoal, mas so folks, so Mark has something historical for us. Mark, what is this? Binocular? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say that in Portuguese. Pessoal, esse binóculos foi utilizado pelos nazistas na Operação Barbarossa. When the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941, they were using this binocular.
It was one of the generals. He
The
looked out from
generals,
his tank.
have a look. You have the Nazi. You have the Nazi. This is completely historical.
Yeah.
You have the Nazi symbol in Adolf Hitler's picture. Not picture, drawing. This is unbelievable.
I don't let anybody else holding it. That's very valuable, obviously.
Jesus Christ! But of course. This is just unbelievable. Gente, peças históricas. Let's drink a pálica. Do you have a pálica?
You and me, come on.
Okay, let's go. Vamos beber uma pálica agora aqui embaixo. Pessoal, então é isso. Não tem pálica aqui pra gente beber, mas olha, eu tô aqui ao lado dos pioneiros. A gente tá mostrando aqui várias coisas do museu. Muito obrigado a todas e a todos vocês que acompanharam toda essa gravação, todo esse vídeo formidável, um dos mais interessantes com a presença do Mark aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler, o Museu Retro. E ó, tá aqui o pinball, tá aqui pra vocês, ó, dá pra jogar o pinball aqui, ó. Quantas vezes na minha vida eu joguei esse pinball aqui, eu vou jogar agora. Like aqui no vídeo, curtam o vídeo, disseminem esse vídeo pelas redes sociais para que nós possamos viajar e dialogar com cada vez mais e mais pessoas. Aqui embaixo do vídeo tem a tecla Seja Membro e tem a tecla Valeu para vocês poderem fazer uma contribuição financeira. Tá bom, gente? Com imagens aqui, ó, do Museu Retro. Olha os pioneiros. Our dear friend Mark, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for the class, for the explanations, for the intelligence and your friendship. Very zadruzhby. Can you speak some Russian?
No, unfortunately not.
Nazdarovie zadruzhby. They would say za Lenina, za Stalina. So, thank you very much. See you next time. Next Hungarian city, Debrecen. From in the following video, will be in Debrecen. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. How do you say Auf Wiedersehen, das Vidania in Hungarian?
Viszontlátásra.
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 Jesus, this is unbelievable.
It's even worse. This is one of the simple versions.
Let's say
Viszontlátásra. It's like a vedere.
Viszontlátásra.
I'll see you next
See
time.
you again. But repeat once again.
Viszontlátásra.
Viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra. Bye bye. Pessoal, estamos fora aqui do centro histórico de Eger, ou Eger, na Hungria, e vocês me veem aqui com essa tradicionalíssima pálinka. É como se fosse um licor, uma pinga húngara, vamos dizer assim, com um sabor de apricot, damasco. Aqui, ó. É muito suave, tem um pouco de fragrância de álcool, é mais suave do que a pinga e eu diria que é menos viscosa do que um licor. Deixa eu ver. Junto com o Tokaj, são as bebidas tradicionais da Hungria, tá? E conforme o Mark, nosso professor do vídeo de hoje, nos ensinou, toda a família tem uma garrafa de pálinka e outra de Tokaj, que não vai ser aberta nunca e que vem dos avós, bisavós, gente. Então, Eger, saúde em húngaro, com um drink de pálinka para nós aqui nas Viagens de Vassoler. Essa foi a linda cidade de Eger, ou Eger, na Hungria, e no próximo vídeo vocês vão me ver em Debrecen, a última cidade húngara desse périplo das Viagens de Vassoler, antes de nós chegarmos à formidável Romênia. Toda a hospitalidade húngara para nós. Egészségedrem, um forte abraço a todas e a todos vocês. Nazdarovia, saúde na Hungria. Viagens de Vassoler, até a próxima.